Hey guys, look what I just got out of our veggie patch. A whole heap of lovely beetroot. There's some decent ones, there's some baby ones. A big box full of yumminess. As some of you may know, I don't make a burger without beetroot. The best beetroot of all is the type you have canned yourself or jarred yourself. Chop these leaves off. Now, these leaves, for those who don't know, they are perfectly edible. You can have them raw in salads, whatever. You can put them in a burger instead of lettuce, anything like that. Stick them in a wrap. Use them very much like you would spinach or silver beet or any kind of leafy vegetable, you know. Add them in with your mince dishes. What I do is, because I've got a whole ton of them, I'm not going to use these up within the next couple of days. I actually chop the leaves up, put them in single serve baggies or whatever, and put them in the freezer. And you can't eat them raw like that, you kind of need them cooked because they just go smushy. But then you just got a little baggie full of green stuff just to chuck in when you're doing a one pot casserole or whatever. So, quick tip there. But this is the end we're talking about today, the business end. There we go, just chop the tops and the bottoms off all of them like that. Look at the colours in that. That is just so cool. Put these in a tub of water and give them a really good wash. I just needed to show you what my children were doing. Apparently they're yummy. They can be used as lollipops. What a bunch of plonkers. I mean, it's vegetables. I'm not going to argue, but yeah. That's not normal. You guys aren't normal.
We know that.
So I've washed the beetroot. You just need to prep the jars. I've given these a really good clean, and I'm going to pop the jars in the oven at about 100 degrees. So these are going to be really, really nice and warm when we put the beetroot in. In the meantime, got all our lovely little beetroot in a pot. Going to top this up with water, just enough to cover the beetroot, and boil them until they start going tender. Now obviously, these are all different sizes, so they'll all be tender at different times, but best indication is just to locate one of the bigger ones, and when you can easily stick a fork or a skewer through it, then you know it's done. Okay, so skewer is now going through those big ones nice and easy, so good indication that they are ready. Now the skin comes off really, really easy once they're cooked. I'll show you once I can handle them. We've got to boil up our vinegar and sugar solution that we're going to be using to jar them in. Now this is a bit of guesswork because I'm rubbish at guessing how much vinegar I'm going to need. You can use either malt vinegar, white vinegar, or you can use apple cider vinegar. We're running low on apple cider vinegar at the moment. We're actually looking at making another big batch shortly. These pretty much cost the same amount. White vinegar is the most popular for using with bottling. For some reason I prefer the taste of this. I don't know if there really is a difference or if it's just mental, but this is how much I've got. So we'll just see how far this goes. There's 2 litres in each. I'm going to use the malt simply because I don't use it as much. I use this for cleaning all the time. So I'm going to use 1 litre of malt vinegar. Now, when it comes to the sugar, you want to put sugar in this as well. You want to put half as much sugar as you have vinegar. So 1 litre of vinegar weighs about 1 kilo. So, every mil of vinegar weighs about 1 gram. I'm going to put about 500 grams of sugar in, and I'm going to bring that to the boil on the stove top. You want it nice and hot. I've got some of my husband's latex gloves. They're a bit big on me, but for 2 reasons. 1, these are really, really hot to handle at the moment, and number 2, it won't look like I've committed a crime. But I actually don't really mind getting it on my hands. It makes any enemies think twice before messing with me. Yeah, make me look tough or something. Right, so the skins, they should really, really easily just rub off. just like that. So that just rubs off. Now we got to slice these. Ideally you sort of want them about 1/2 centimetre, but you know, it's a personal choice how thick you want your beetroot. So if you guys want to try a piece of unpickled beetroot each?
Yes, can I eat it now?
Yep, come on. You want to try a bit, Sam?
Tastes exactly like the skin. Yum.
Tastes a bit different without having been in the pickle jar, doesn't it?
Kinda like it. I'll
You're
have
not
the
too
rest
bothered.
of it.
Okay, what am I doing, babe?
Right, I've called in the reinforcements. 'Cause-
Reinforcements is here.
So I've got the vinegar and sugar boiling there.
Yep.
What we need is hot jars from the oven
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
in a jar, stuff it full of beetroot, and then fill it up sort of to about 1 centimetre from the top with the hot vinegar
Stuff.
sugar stuff.
Okay.
Yes. Hopefully, if Clint can follow my instructions, so can you.
Why do you need the children to do this?
Because it involves things that will probably either cut them or burn them. It also, it lessens your chance of getting burnt if you get someone else to jar it. So, you know, here's a tip from me.
That is actually very true. So that one's popped in. That one's popped in.
Cool.
They're
That's
just
what you
cooling
want.
down.
You want them to pop.
Yeah, there
Oh
you go.
yeah. Push that and it stays.
Well,
Yay.
you barely have to touch it and it goes.
Yeah. So there we go. Look at them. Do they look gorgeous or what? Now, for reasons completely unknown, these are so much nicer than the store-bought stuff. Just store them in the cupboard if, by any chance, a couple of these haven't popped yet, but we're hoping they will. If they don't, I would just store them in the fridge from the outset. But yeah, they should just pop in. Some people leave them inverted. They reckon that increases the chances of them popping. Okay, so I'm just going to give you guys a quick tip. And that's that if you look at the jars and you're testing to see if they've you know all sunk in nicely, and they all have apart from one, and you think, oh, is that actually sealed properly? Just be really careful about trying to screw it on really tight, because sometimes the lid might slip, fly open, and then fly all over you. So just saying, that could happen. Okay, so yeah, you heard it here first.